see what he's gonna go for. He's gonna still be locking in that Roger, but to be fair, they were actually playing really well with Kaiser X going in for that Roger, but it's gonna be a little bit of that switch up, and yeah, Kaiser's gonna be getting that back on hand. So, what do you guys are feeling about both ends here before we get ourselves ready for game number 2?
I would say it's kind of a dangerous game for RNG Sports. I feel like they're risking it all because it is their second matchup, and they might want to just do something completely new for Axis Esports so they can't counter them. But that's how I feel. I do generally believe that Axis's lineup is better in this game.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you, Faraz. Man, it's so good that you finally get it. You just get it now, right? You see it from our eyes.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
I know.
do think. Yeah, no, it's really good because I do agree that Axis Esports has the better composition overall. Because Orange Esports is banking a lot on getting a snowball in the earlier stages of the game. But remember, Axis had to build an early game composition. Their level 4 has some pseudo counters. They tried to pick Mal. They allowed Mal to get Bruno this time around to kind of compensate the earlier game. But that might not be enough here. We're talking about Grok. We're talking about Selena. Their level 2 is strong. Their level 4 for the side of Axis Esports is also pretty significant. So Orange Esports, like Aaron, really has to play a really good game here. Mom can't afford to get caught, and Chakbu somehow has to get a lot of damage out to help his team.
Exactly, and of course we've already got ourselves game 2 here starting off. Mom's gonna be holding on towards this wave. Very interesting sort of the interaction coming out as Orange Esports Reborn looking to actually take this invade already, hoping to actually clear off this camp, but Lung's trying his best to actually spot out some of these danger, and he'll still be pretty much in level 1. Now, a little bit more of that sort of movements back towards the top side.
That's actually super smart, because think about it this way, Orange Esports, what they wanted to do was to deny Selena from getting level 2 as quickly as possible, so they actually decided to go kind of walk towards the top side of Axis Esports' jungle just to kind of get that information on where Long is. And the moment they found out, Jawhead, he holds the wave for mid lane, so Harith gets his level 4 on schedule while they sacrifice a wave up top because they know that Roger is going to be by himself as Long needs to hit his level 2 off of the buff or maybe the Little Wanderer.
That's right, and looking at how things are going so far, Evil X is still pretty much in level 2. They're just getting pretty much scaled up through level 4, which means that the Esmeralda is going to be ready for a dive if necessary. And now we're going to see a little of that contest by the corners of the river. Oh no, Evil X working like a wave.
Yep. Oh wait, no, he doesn't silo. He tries to book a 4, but unfortunately, it seems that Aaron didn't want to commit. He should have commit there, but unfortunately, they don't. And Orange Esports gets punished pretty hard for what looked to be a really good priority engagement from Orange Esports, now turning into a free kill for Axis Esports.
That's right, and a little bit of that bait and switch going on coming up from the side of Evil X, and it's just by a little bit of that sort of a hit coming out. They could have actually taken down Evil X for First Blood, but he responded so well towards that aggression by that corner of that bush. And now with that being said, we're looking at that sort of goal favoring the side of Axis Esports in the early phase. But we're looking at Mal here escorting Chakbu in towards their lane. But Kid Meebo is definitely going to look for this time. They know that Chakbu's right there. Oh! Instantaneously goes in, flying off from that sort of commotion. But Kid Meebo tries to actually line up his Wicked Dragon, but here comes Mondo.
Oh, great defense coming in from Orange Esports. Can they get one more? Yes, they do. Mal's ultimate was unfortunately able to bounce off the beetle to get Grok there. Nicely played by Orange Esports. They were just buying time. They held on to their battle spells for as long as possible. When someone flickers, you flicker as well. Kid Meepo just could not find the right target.
Yeah, and of course, with that being said, Mom's going to dive right in to try to take that buff. And of course, that actually gave Axis Esports quite a lot of scare. But of course, with that being said, that defense right down below, perfect execution, as they definitely were patient enough to actually outmaneuver Axis right there. But with that being said, Aaron now tries to actually solo off this turtle. They should be able to actually get it if members of Axis Esports does not respond to this.
It looks like they're gonna reset. They are expecting a rotation from Kid Meepo. He finds Aaron, Way of the Dragon into Aaron now. Can he get out of there? No, he cannot. As Evil X uses his Guardian Spear, just the edge of it to catch it. Oh, what in the world? Rin was able to flicker right after the ejector, so the Unstoppable Force had to turn directions, and they net themselves another free kill as Axis Esports will take priority over the Turtle as they punish Orange Esports so hard there. And Kaiser X, he's going up against Silo. Can he win this 1v1? It's pretty tough to say because the rest of his team is nearby. Silo pulls back, and Chakfu gets a free kill onto Long. I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, of course, pretty much inhuman reactions coming in from Axis Esports. With that sort of pick off there, now gold seems to be pretty much well balanced once again. But wow, that flicker coming out as well. He goes back in with the ultimate, and we see Mom had no choice but to fall. Like that definitely is something that is to look out for in more fights to come. But now things are looking pretty dead even in terms of kills. But they are trying to actually force an objective right now. Turtle already was secured by Axis, but Mal here, he senses a little bit of danger, and he does have a little bit more of that sort of help coming from Chakfu, as both of them are just sitting by the corners of the river.
Yeah, you can definitely see where the priorities of both Orange and Axis are. You can see that Axis wants to kind of dive the bottom lane as much as possible. Unfortunately, Silo gets punished here, as I was about to get to my point, as Orange Esports wanted to put a lot of priority up the top side, but even the best of us overextend sometimes.
Exactly, and of course, Silo did have that flicker with him. It's just that there's no point actually utilizing it, knowing that he's already way too deep, and of course, with that being said, this is going to be the ultimate being used there by Mob. They are going to be hit against Long Rin as well as Evil X. But now, 7 Force being popped as Orange Esports tries to actually walk away out of this. But now, a little bit of that re-engagement attempt. And that forces the flicker coming from the side of Evil X. Oh, Way of the Dragon coming in as they will be able to actually catch him well. Oh no! Rin gets stopped right on his feet! And that's a big killing spree. Turn around, coming in for Mal, and they're looking for more counterattacks. About to fall, but he'll be safe for now. Oh my goodness, Aaron going in for the dive as well. That will be one more kill in favor of the side of Orange Esports, and they will open up that mid lane tower.
This is what they wanted. Like, Orange Esports was looking for an opportunity, and Rin, he got very close to killing Mal, but Mal held his ultimate until the very end, right after he flickered. I don't think they're going to look for any big engagement until Mal gets his flicker again, so expect to see him really participate in a fight in the next 80 seconds or so. But right now, it's looking pretty good for Orange Esports here, as they now have the tempo. I just hope that they don't make the same mistake like they did the last time, where they kind of gave up that tempo later on into the game.
That's right, and of course, with Axis here actually doing so much, they really need to actually hold on for now and, of course, stop a lot of all these early aggressions here, because Orange Esports now does have that sort of power spike that we are talking of. A TJ shield being bought there by Evil X. More pushes coming in as Orange Esports looking to split up and dominate the entirety of this top side, as they will secure that top lane turret.
And this is what Orange Esports had to do last game, you know, to kind of keep their foot on the gas as much as possible and force Axis Esports to either match their tempo or just crumble under the pressure. Like, OE right now, they have to be super aggressive. They have to make sure that Axis doesn't have space to breathe. And now they're going to go on to a very dangerous dive onto Kid Meepo. But luckily, Mom has adapted very well. Kid Meepo shouldn't pose a little bit too early, gets caught out by the ejector and Unstoppable Force. So a little bit of changing, a little bit in the combo change coming in from Jawhead, being very effective in this particular matchup as Axis Esports, again, looking to kind of match the tempo.
That's right, and we've seen how he actually responded very well, and he also delivered the kill towards his teammates, as Chakfu here, hoping to actually pull some members of Axis Esports right in, but oh no, he flickers out of that moment, and of course, that's going to buy a little time for Orange Esports to open up the mid side as well, and perfect timing, they've also got that turtle which just came up online.
Yeah, they've lined up the timings of their objectives very, very nicely. And Mom, really nice with the ejectors. Like, I haven't seen Mom whiff an ejector before, honestly. Like, if he needs to get a target, he will get the right target. If it's a teammate, he'll get the teammate. I don't know how he does it so precisely.
Yeah, I definitely would say that they've gotten pretty much used to some of all these sort of contests, and now we are actually having Orange Esports running on the ticking clock. They definitely have this sort of lead right now, but how long can they just keep up? Because now Axis Esports should be scaling on their way, hitting the 10-minute mark from here. But both tanks just saying hi to towards each other, but Axis Esports, they cannot go anywhere near the jungle as of yet. It's being predominantly occupied by the rest of Orange Esports, as there's even more waves that they need to actually clear up from the bottom side. And 1 minute later, we might just see a little bit more of that sort of hustle for them to get near that Lord.
Yeah, and you know, that's the end game for both of these teams, both Axis and Orange. They both want Lord to kind of help them push throughout the lane, but right now Orange Esports in prime position to actually knock Axis Esports out of playoffs altogether and send them back to, you know, next season's qualifiers if this doesn't go well. Like, look at EvilX, he's getting chunked out by Chakbu right now. And if he can't take that, if he can't face tank that damage, like, he loses so much value in the game. Wait,
yeah,
check out Lord.
like oh man, what exactly is he up to? Right at the back, he's hoping to assassinate somebody, and oh my goodness, the Abyssal Arrow exposes him as he's hoping to actually assassinate Chaku, but the top side cure has been opened up, which means that Axis Esports needs to respond towards this mid lane push as well. Oh no, 2 turns crumbled in a go, and that's without a single Lord coming in. It's going to be Evil X over the back as well. Well, Aaron coming in to shred them down with the zombie force being popped up, and with only 4 members left, they are opening up the entirety of the base. What a clinical decision coming in from Orange Esports. And now, this might just be that perfect detector opening up that fight. Timmy will fall, and this is going to be a 2 in a row coming from Orange Esports Report, and they will team wipe them all together with a scoreline of 11-4. Orange Esports Report will make it to the next stages of the playoffs.
Oh, what a beautiful game that was. Honestly, Mao played a great game, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get MVP one more time, and maybe arguably Aaron, but Mom. This game, Mom really popped off. He got the picks that he was looking for. He adapted so well. He refused to get caught like he did in the previous game, and he made up for it in game 2 as Orange Esports now, because of his playmaking capabilities, move on to the next stage.
I can't, man. The moment you say "but Mom," it just I can't. When you say Mom, like, I know it's the player's name, but every time, man. But what a beautiful what a beautiful game that was. Orange Esports Reborn 11-4 to Axis Esports in terms of kills. So this wasn't a game where we necessarily saw a lot of action